Ciao football lovers of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. Give me a second because I need to come back from my emotions, and I have a lot of emotions to share in that post-game of Real Madrid-Manchester City. For people that do not know football, for people that do not love football, for people that are starting to be a bit away from football because there are too many games, because it starts to be boring, because it's always the same. You had to watch that game. I hope sincerely for you that you didn't miss Real Madrid-Manchester City. What an epic night. These Champions League nights, that's what we are living for. That's what we want to see. A velocity, technique, smart plays. It started already immediately in the new Bernabeu with that fantastic, beautiful tifo, and then that music of the Champions League. Today we saw 22 actors on the field that were just incredible. Did they do some mistakes? Of course they did some mistakes, and we will go through them, but they did so many beautiful things. And it's not only that really fast free kick in the beginning of the game of Bernardo Silva. It is not only that magical left foot, the weak foot of Vinicius that is going on the right foot, the weak foot of Valverde with that rocket that is closing the game at a 3-3. A lot happened. Some people will tell you Holland was not good. I have some things to say about that, because if, honestly, and we will debrief it, if I was Erling Haaland, probably I will tell Pep Guardiola and my teammates in the locker room, at the end of the season, I leave, and I will tell you why. So maximum of like if you didn't, please continue to subscribe to the channel. Post-game of Los Blancos 3 against Manchester City, the Citizens 3. What a game of football. What a game of football. I enjoyed so much. Now that the emotions are starting to decrease and I can start again thinking and speaking, we'll go through it. Well, initially, my prediction for the game was a 1-0 win. Real Madrid over the Citizens. For what reason? Because while there was that Copa del Rey won by Athletic Bilbao, all the other team were resting. Real Madrid was resting. They were actually making sure that they were fueling that energy. In the meanwhile, Manchester City played not one, but 2 games. So in terms of energy, probably Manchester City, I thought, was dropping a bit. Then, of course, Real Madrid in Champions League is always Real Madrid. You can doubt them in the group stages, but you never can doubt them in knockout stages. Also because of history. The last time Real Madrid went out against the team of Pep Guardiola, they wanted to take revenge. And then in a 2-leg game, that first one, usually, we don't see that much of spectacular scores. 3-3, 2-2 like Arsenal did against Bayern Munich, by the way. I'm so sad that I couldn't follow that game also live. But it's normally you don't see them. You see these kind of remontada, crazy, epic games in the second leg. Well, it happened today. So my prediction of 1-0 was totally wrong. Totally wrong. Also, knowing that Kevin De Bruyne would not start the game, while all day long, all week long, he was in the starting 11, well, I had some doubts. The game starts immediately. The first whistle of the referee. By the way, what a fantastic referee. What a fantastic referee. He helped in the beauty that we saw today. Not whistling at the first contact, letting go. If there was a benefit for the team, if there was an advantage, he let it go. Right decision after right decision. He had a lot of, excuse me, but a lot of balls after 40 seconds, not even 38 seconds to already give a yellow card. Immediately, in the beginning of the game, to Chouameni, that will miss the return game. And he was totally correct to do it. There you see that a referee, he is there. He's there. He's the boss of the game. So thank you to the referee. It's not common to say this kind of thing. The game starts. I tell you, 15 minutes of pure joy. My eyes couldn't follow. The ball was going too fast from one side to the other. I believe that Real Madrid, they wanted to surprise Manchester City. They wanted to surprise them with a big velocity. But the answer of Manchester City was immediately to go back fast. They take that yellow card. Then there is a free kick. At the 2nd minute, Bernardo Silva, you see that the goalkeeper is not well positioned because he's thinking, as all the normal people do. You do that, I do that. That comes into our mind to give a beautiful cross into the box. Because here we didn't see normal people. We didn't see normal players. We saw la crème de la crème. That's what you are saying in French. The top of the top. The best of the best. Because the coaches are fantastic. Pep Guardiola on one side. Carlo Ancelotti on the other side. Look at their curriculum. It is just impressive how much they won. How legends of the game they are. But then on the field you have fantastic players. One player has more quality than the other. 15 minutes that went totally crazy. I went totally crazy. One side to the other side to the other side. A reply, an answer. None of them wanted to give up. 1-0 for Manchester City in the beginning of the game. What are you thinking? It's over. It's never over with Real Madrid. Immediately, that first goal of Diaz at the 12th goal. Well, it's an own goal. We have to say it to Ruben Diaz. It's an own goal. It's an own goal. But it's Camavinga that is going with a deflected shot. Not even 2 minutes later, Rodrigo with another beautiful one. Nutmeg, another deflection. And there we give that goal to Rodrigo. But what a beautiful goal. Rodrigo on the left side of the field is another player. Even if he was not the best one. Counter-attack. Boom, boom, velocity. We are there. At the 15th minute, it's already 2-1 for Real Madrid. And there, the teams are continuing to play. No, they don't settle down. Of course, the intensity of the first 15 minutes, you can't keep them. But you drop a bit. You start to analyze the game, not from the first one, but from the 15th on. Okay, what can we do? Is it over for City or not? Can they reply? And they play. We saw so much beautiful technique. We saw so many great touches from players. We saw Rodri, Kovacic, that was today. Looks like invisible, but the work that he was doing today was really impressive. We didn't mention him, but he was there. So beautiful game from, according to me, Kovacic in that middle. And then, of course, Foden. Foden that was a bit invisible in the first part of the game because they were playing a lot of time towards Grealish part. But then that goal of Foden in second half, what a goal. And he was nervous, he was angry. For what reason? Because the defenders of Real Madrid today, they were really aggressive. They were going on the ball, they were going on the man. It was a battle of the midfield, a battle of the defense, a battle of the attack. And speaking about battles, one of the most epic one probably is the one that Rudiger won today against the big guy, against Erling Haaland. And I know what you will tell me. You will tell me it's another big game that Erling Haaland missed. It's another big game where he didn't perform. It's another big game where he lost all his duels against a physical, strong, fantastic Rudiger. And you're right. But on the other side, I also want to mention something. Why did I tell you that if I was Erling Haaland, I would tell Pep Guardiola, I want to leave. I want to go to another team. Because how many times is he doing the right movement? He did better than Moses when he's opening the sea in two. He opened the defense of Real Madrid so many times while whoever was there up front, Grealish, Foden, Bernardo Silva, Rodri, all the players are just ignoring him. They are just ignoring the possibility to give him a pass. A lot of time he was there alone in front of the goal, thanks to beautiful movements when he was able to unmark himself from that fantastic Rudiger. And he doesn't receive the ball. And that's a problem. And that's a problem probably today, and it's a paradox, but Haaland, if he was at Real Madrid, would have scored probably 2, if not 3. Because that's probably what they were missing a bit, Real Madrid. Someone that can fill in the box. We know it. They are missing a number 9, a real one, which Erling Haaland is. While probably Manchester City, I don't know if they really need someone like that. Or at least, I think the criticism towards Erling Haaland is a bit too much. Because it's true, he lost all his duels. And probably he will have a really low rate. He lost a lot of balls and whatever you want to. But probably he's not even necessary with the ball, but super important without the ball to attract the defenders. Anyway, what a beautiful game. What a beautiful game. Valverde is a player that I love, and that goal is just caviar. It's just boom, boom. And then it's really crazy. That third goal of Manchester City, it's a beauty from Gvardiol that is going with his right foot, but it's actually a kind of coincidence because the first control he has with his right foot is putting that ball too far from him. too far from him. And that's where you say he lost it. And to avoid losing the ball, Gvardiol is going with a fantastic, beautiful shot. Probably, if he would have had a fantastic, beautiful control where the ball would have stayed into his feet, he would never have taken the chance to go on target. And luckily he did. But that's where you see also the greatness of a player. Losing that first control, not dropping mentally, but knowing that you can still take advantage of it. Then, of course, a bit lucky because that ball is bouncing just enough to go high enough so that he can take a perfect shot. What a goal. What a goal. Camavinga, good, yes, but on the other side, when you're trying too much, too many times with these kind of nutmegs, nutmeg here, nutmeg there, sometimes it's too much. And then Vinicius that today didn't score, Vinicius scored, according to me, with that assist, because you can dislike the player, you can dislike the behavior, you can dislike that he's playing the victim after that he's committing a foul, whatever you want to, but the quality you can't discuss, because the qualities of Vinicius were just here, top. Today I enjoyed football. Today I loved football. Today I really loved football. The pass accuracy. Speaking about pass accuracy, they were at a certain moment, I believe it was the 75th minute, 90% for Real Madrid, 95% for Manchester. Just super high. And you know what they do? Real Madrid, they put a Modric in. It's not a newness that I will tell you. You already know what I'm telling you. But the guy is entering, and these long change of field, these long passes, these corner kicks, everything is just perfect. Perfection. Wow, today, incredible. Another thing, we are speaking a lot now about post-COVID, about 5 changes. I remember that some leagues, they were saying, you know, we prefer to stay with 3, like for example Premier League. Other, they were really pushing to have 5. At the end, they all went for 1 rule, all the teams with 5 changes. You know how many changes today happened in the game for Manchester City? 1. Why? Because Foden got injured. That's it. 1 change. While Real Madrid, they didn't change a lot. They changed like 3 players. That was it. 3 players. 3 for one, 1 for the other. They don't need it. It was too good. It was too enjoyable. Referee was not interrupting the game. The trainers, the coaches, they were thinking the same. Why should we interrupt what is just art, what is just beautiful? Then, of course, some mistake happened with some defense. Rudiger also did a bit of mistakes there to the goal, because 2 times he's letting them go with a shot from the distance. We know. But when you are playing at that velocity, I can close an eye. There will be a return game that will be probably as crazy, or at least this is what we want. Incredible. For the other game, Arsenal, I will watch the game against Bayern Munich. They were leading 1-0. Bayern Munich comes back at 2-1 at the end. Trossard comes back to a 2-2. So 2 games that are absolutely open. And when they will play the return games, well, we will be here. And we'll try to enjoy. I hope you enjoyed the post game. If I forgot something, it was totally unstructured. Well, let me know in the comment section. And tomorrow morning we'll go with a better debrief. Thank you. And as always, we covered football.